Hello, everyone. Welcome to our first October live. I am so excited for basically this entire month, and I will tell you guys why here in a second. But if you miss me and you want to catch me next time, I will not be on next Tuesday. I think it's the 14th, but I will be on again the following Tuesday. And then I obviously will always be here the last Tuesday of the month, and that is dedicated to our members. So that is our member night. So I will have 2 more lives this month, but just not next week. So I will see you guys next time, and feel free to subscribe so that you can turn on those notifications and see me as soon as I jump on. And just to let you guys know too, I have those memberships, and those memberships are getting some perks this month, including some extra Astrodice. So I'm going to talk about that here in a second. But tonight, I'm going to be using a new deck of cards that Milo Farm sent me. I'm really excited. Hopefully, my AC unit won't be too obnoxious. It's still a little toasty here where I'm at, so I have to keep cool. Hi, Lori. Hey, Gerard. Nice to see you guys. Let's see. And then this week's video that is going to come up. So this whole month of October is basically doing a bunch of fun Halloween videos. And this week's video is going to be all about helping spirits cross over. That's something you guys have actually requested of me a few times now. So that's going to be this next video, but I've got so many fun, exciting Halloween videos planned. And I just heard back that I got permission to do a haunted house. Not like a haunted house, like you walk through it. But I'm going to a mansion that's haunted, and I'm going to be filming there, and that is going to be the very last October video this month. So I'm so excited today because I basically just heard back, and that is a go. So I'm so freaking excited for that. And I have to figure out when I'm going to film it, but we're gonna get it done. So yeah, Halloween, all sorts of fun stuff happening. I do want to say too, Instagram. If you're on Instagram, jump over there. Find me on Instagram because I am doing a Halloween giveaway right now. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Michael. Oh, I'm glad you caught me, Daniel. And so I should have brought the actual stuff with me. Maybe I will next time. But basically me and a few other actually Colorado girls, it's weird how it happened, but we're giving away a bunch of fun Halloween goodies. So I've got a really cool print from an artist here in Colorado, and then we have a spell candle from a witch here in Colorado. And then I'm contributing an Astrodice set and a 30-minute reading. So you guys can win this. All you have to do is get on Instagram and comment on it, like it, and follow the accounts. And that's all you have to do to enter. Somebody's going to get randomly drawn, but it does check all those things. So if you haven't done those, you won't win. So make sure you go ahead and do that. And that is one of 2 giveaways that I'm doing for October, so find that on Instagram. And the second giveaway that I'm doing is that every single live night for October, I'm giving away some custom-made Astrodice. And so these are dice sets that I've made myself. Now, I will say they are not perfect, so don't leave me a bad review. Not like I have reviews up to give on these Astrodice. I want to sell them maybe in the future, but I really need to get better. These are still better than when I started with them. But I'm going to show you guys all the Astrodice that I'm giving over the course of this month. But one of you is going to win one tonight. I'm so excited. And then I'm checking my notes. Anything else? Oh, and then tonight is going to be the last night that donations are only $5. After this, my little tapestry is all fix that. After tonight though, we're gonna bump up the minimum donation price just to make it reflect better what I normally charge for my readings. So just a heads up, that's coming. But yeah, let's start. So first we're gonna start with a message for everybody tonight. Then we'll hop into individual readings. At some point, my alarm is going to go off, and whoever is a member that just happens to comment closest around that random alarm time will get a free reading. So I'm just going to randomly set that now. And I also have a time set for when I'm just going to stop and do the Astrodice giveaway. And so the Astrodice giveaway will be a quiz. So you have to answer question right, and whoever answers it right will get the Astrodice. But make sure you want it. Make sure you want to participate, because I've only got so many of these, and we want to make sure you actually use them. So let's see. Do you guys want to see the Astrodice now, or should I just get into the group reading? You know what? I'm going to show the Astrodice now, mostly because if there's a lot of people watching replay and they want to see, they will know. So I've got, let's see. So this set, this is just my normal Halloween set. Oh, I'm glad you guys can see it. So this is actually going to come in the Instagram, giveaway. So this set, nobody's going to win on my live nights, but if you participate in the Instagram giveaway, this is the set you're going to get. So it's like orange and black, and you can see these pictures a lot better on my Instagram as well. So it's like orange and black. That is what the Instagram winner is going to receive. And you will receive instructions too. I made instructions on how to use them. So it's not just like, here's dice, and you're like, what the hell do I do with this? You're going to have instructions that come with it too. Welcome, Heidi. Thank you for becoming a member. All right, free reading. Hey, Essie. Let's see. Okay, and I'm just giving you guys a preview right now of all the Astrodice, and you guys should let me know which one you want to try to get tonight, because I don't care what order we go in. I've got 4 sets here. So first set, they are clear. I did not actually, my face is in the way. These ones are clear. I did not actually paint the numbers on these. Stop focusing on my face. But you can't see them, but there are pumpkins inside. So you can kind of see that little pumpkin face inside. So they're clear, and they've got little pumpkins, little jack-o'-lanterns on the inside. I don't know. Maybe they would look cooler with like a painted side, but I felt like if I painted them, you wouldn't be able to see. Stop showing my face. Maybe you wouldn't probably be able to see the pumpkins inside. So that's why I've left them clear. They look really cool in person. Again, if you want to see these, look at my Instagram. So that's the first set we could try to win tonight. Second set is all black, kind of black sparkly with black lettering. So that's the second one we could win tonight. Third set also has pumpkins on the inside, but it's a bit cloudier. It's kind of like a more hidden pumpkin. And I did paint the outside of the pumpkins a lighter color. Fourth set you guys have to choose from is basically identical to that first set, but it's just a little bit of a darker orange. So it's just plain orange, plain black. Those black ones are cool. So let me guys know which one do you want to try to win tonight. I don't care. I'm basically going to get your guys' address, ship it out tomorrow. You're going to have it. So far, 1 vote for the black. Yay! Thank you, Erica. Thanks for becoming a member. Alrighty, so those are the Astrodice. Again, I have a timer set. When that goes off, I'm going to give away the Astrodice. So let's get started with the group reading. And I have a pile here. I'm going to do pick a card again tonight. Pile 1, 2, and 3 for our group reading. And I've got them pulled already. I want to add some of these. So I have to give a PSA really quick because Milo Farm sent me their Oracle deck. So they sent this to me. So thank you so much, Milo Farm. I'm so excited. I actually did a video on their Airbnb retreat. So if you want to check that out, please do. They're basically a really cool Airbnb where you can camp, you can hang out indoors. They've got like a pool and a sauna, but they also have like a bunch of metaphysical classes and stuff while you're there, just because the owner's like into this kind of stuff. And she made her own Oracle cards and gave me a copy. And so I have not used them at all. I'm going to use them tonight and just give you my 100% honest opinion. But if you do like them, I did leave the link in the description down below. So, and I'll just show you really quick just a few of these. And what's kind of cool that I like about these cards is that they're pictures from the farm. Like I recognize a few of these places. I'm curious how it's going to read, though. For example, like number 4 is the bunkhouse. Oh, I guess down here it has another description, settling. Here, and I'll just show you a few other ones. Oh, baby lamb, because they have lambs on the farm. There's a lot of fairy forest. So I'm very curious to see how these read. Ooh, that one's pretty. Fireside full moon. You just joined me on Instagram. Woohoo! Definitely check out the giveaway. So yeah, I'm just seeing if there's anything else. Snake. It looks like a lot of the photos were taken at the actual lodge, like the farm lodge. So that's like the main lodge. Anyway, cool. So let me give these a good shuffle. The back, I like, but the only bad thing is you know if it's reversed. So I'm just going to maybe not read these reversed. Give these a good shuffle. So again, group reading tonight, pile 1, 2, or 3. Take a second to tune into which one is for you. I didn't want to shuffle these ahead of time because I wanted to just kind of check them out in order. So give me a second. Black one, black. Silly Rabbit likes the cloudy orange. I think we have a lot of black ones. It is in Missouri, Lori. I'm so bad at like shuffling like a normal. How do you do these? They are kind of big to hold, and they're very slippery. I'll just okay. Game, read, vlog. Hello. Hello, Nelly. Hey, Amanda. And Amanda, I know you emailed me. I've had such a crazy day. I will get back to you. Are you going to do moon water tomorrow? Yeah, no, this moon has really gotten like, I have not been paying attention at all to this one coming up. So if I do something, maybe I should do moon water. I need to do something, but I have had no plans yet. Okay. Let's do an extra card for pile 1. Another card for pile 2. I'm so interested to see how these read. And pile 3. Okay. I mean, any that we don't do tonight are basically going to get moved to the next week. So you're gonna have a chance to win every single live night. So as long as you come back. Okay. Pile 1, I pulled the timeout card, and then I pulled Unicorn Copia, which I know from being at this place, it's a part of the land that is like a unicorn forest. And so they call it Unicorn Copia. And the interpretation of this card is joy and timeout. Okay. I think that reads pretty intuitively. So obviously, I think that pile number 1, the message that's coming through for you guys is you just need to take a break. You need to take a break, take a time out, and find something that makes you happy. So this joy card really is, the impression that I'm getting from it is, it's like you're not able to find the things that are fun in life because you're just going, and you need to take a break and remember, oh yeah, this is what I do to have fun. And so pile number 1, I think, yeah, it's all about solitude, contemplation, time alone. And I think for some of you, this is also almost backwards. It's like you need to find joy and you need to do things that are fun so that you can center more with yourself, so that you can find yourself again, so you can go inwards. And I feel like for pile 1, you guys have just been like so focused on your to-do list, so focused on all the things you got to get done, that you're just, it's hard to slow down and pay attention. Thank you, Essie. Essie, let me finish the group reading, and then I will remember to get to you first for your donation. Wanting to get more intuitive tools other than my playing cards. Heck yes. Okay, pile number 2. Is that a word? No, yeah, that's a word. So pile number 2, you guys got the sad embrace card and retreat. But I think the number up here, or sorry, the title up here is the description of the image, and I think the bottom description is kind of like the mood. So it says attainment. So it's funny because I feel like it's sort of similar to the first pile, but a little bit different. So I feel like the attainment is where we should start here. And if you guys are trying to attain more rest, relaxation, calmness in your life, that's what I think of when I think of a retreat. We really need to let go. We need to let go of the things that are no longer serving us. Maybe that's relationships, maybe that's, routines, a job, it could be big or small. But the thing about the sad embrace is that it's probably something that you don't want to let go. There's going to be a bittersweet sort of feeling around it, but it's good to let it go. It's saying that the things that you're letting go served their purpose, but that doesn't mean they're serving their purpose anymore. And that doesn't mean you have to cut all ties and, sever things drastically. It can just be a loving let go. Sad embrace is sort of like crying, letting those emotions come over you, and understanding that it's okay to have both positive and negative emotions about something that you're letting go. Like, it's not always going to be just like, yeah, screw this, getting rid of this in my life. Sometimes you have to feel the feels. And I think in order for you guys to rest and relax a little bit more, you just got to let some things go in life. All right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, Jordan. E2K22. Oh, thank you. Wait. E2K22. Are you a new member? You couldn't have signed up tonight. Otherwise, it would have showed me. Welcome. I guess people are signing up for memberships and I just don't even realize. Awesome. Okay, so pile number 3. Pile number 3. I pulled the angel card. Ooh. And then the dragon's den. Power. I do feel like these are a little busy. It's hard to see the images, but I know from being here, this is like a tree that they have out back that they made it the dragon's den, and like you can color rocks there and stuff. And so this is, if you're just now joining me, Milo Farm is an Airbnb, and they made their own oracle cards and sent them to me. And so that's what these cards are. It's interesting because the power is really sticking out to me, and I feel like you guys are not totally accessing your power right now. And this is just, even if you don't believe in angels, this is a higher vibrational guide that's coming in to help. And I want to pull, I wanted to spend a little bit longer on all of these. Normally I do that, but tonight we just have so many things going on that I wanted to keep these short. But I do want to pull one more card for everybody, because it seems like there's a general theme tonight of just being like off balance. That's a good card to get. So I did pull Atlantis. And so this is really like confirming that the things that we want, the things that we're trying to manifest, it is around the corner. This says rapid development, excellence, success. And I feel like, I don't know guys, but I feel like the last couple months I've just been like not manifesting the things that I've been wanting to. And all I've been focusing on is like trying to get back on track of just like staying positive, taking care of myself, just like the basics. And I feel like so many of us are feeling hopeless because there's things that we're trying to manifest. We want this success to happen. We want this to develop. We want it to move fast and quickly. And we've kind of had to be in this like waiting period. And I actually think that this is a sign that, like, hey, this is right around the corner. Just trust, focus on these things that you need to focus on, and really stay in the present. That's going to help. I mean, with all of these cards, like pile number 1, it was about taking a time out. Pile number 2, it was about letting go. Pile number 3, it's about tuning into your spiritual guides that are there for you. And because of that, it's almost like once we do that, once we focus on all of these things and we're really presenting ourselves, it's going to be a lot quicker, those things that we wanted to manifest. They're telling me to pull one more card. Coins. Yeah. I think that was just confirmation. Confirmation that financial things are about to turn around. Financial stuff's about to turn around for some of you. I don't want to say for everybody, but yeah. You did sign up. Yay! Oh, you must have. Gotcha. I changed my name. Oh. I see. Time to step into receiving mode. Absolutely. All right. So that was the message for everyone. And I do that every night, even if you miss me live. So you can always feel like there was a reading you could tune into. So let me just kind of clean these all up. I'm going to be pulling a Milo from card every reading tonight, just as like an extra clarifier, also to just get to know these cards. I need the monies and cents. Alrighty. Okay, so let's jump into individual readings. Is that loud? I feel like it's so loud. I know I ask like every single time that I have it on. My AC, I'm always worried about. Alrighty. So I think we'll do the black dice tonight. We'll do the black dice. That'll be the giveaway. Again, just remember these aren't perfect. Like, I'm really worried you guys are going to be like, I want to return it. And I'll be like, it was free. But they're definitely not perfect. You can tell they're handmade. But hey, it's a free dice set that you can get started on. And then maybe when I get better at it, you guys can buy a different color later. Oh yeah, and so we already had somebody donate, so I'm gonna get started there. Essie, did you put up a question? Is that the same as the E2K? Money! Thank you, Liv! So, by the way, you guys, Liv is on YouTube as well, and she does pick-a-card readings, like way more than I do. I only do pick-a-card readings every now and then, but Liv does some awesome pick-a-card readings, so definitely check out her channel. Let's see. So, Essie, let me know what your question is. I'm just going to double check and make sure you didn't post one. Don't see one. And then I'll get to Jordan. I feel like I'm missing something. Did I miss something? I don't think I did. I think we're good. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. I feel like that was, again, shorter than my normal, but we have a lot to get to tonight. So, hello, Santa Barbara. We do free questions. I'll do like giveaways when I catch up on donations. So yes, we do like guessing games to give away readings, short readings. But if you don't want to wait, you can send me a donation and I just get through those donations first. So while I wait for Essie's question, because they donated, I'll jump ahead to Jordan. All right, any general readings on Jordan? And I already gravitated towards the mermaid deck. Bam. Oh, no questions? Okay, well, thank you for the donation. I appreciate you. All right. I got something Claire, what's the word? Claire, aliently. But it went away so fast, I don't even know what the smell was. Oh, you were wondering about your gifts. Well, I can definitely still pull a card on that. What the heck was that? Didn't I have that last week with you, Jordan? Like, didn't I get something clairalient with you? Is that crazy? I like never get smells or tastes that much, so it's interesting when it happens. But the smell is gone. I don't know what it was. Like poop. Yep. Yeah, that's what it was. I smelled baby poop, and I was like, what? Okay. That's bizarre, though. There's definitely something there. Probably, honestly, Jordan, like, I would pay attention to your clairalience, and see maybe if your guides are trying to communicate to you through that. Maybe you have that strong suit, because that's definitely not me. Like, I don't get clairalient downloads very much at all. So maybe that's something more for you. So I did pull the Falling in Love card in reverse. And I do read these cards intuitively. And immediately, like, just what I'm getting from this is, like, now is not a good time to get into a relationship. Like, maybe if there's somebody you're thinking about, and you're like, oh, should I start up a conversation? Should I do this? Definitely not feeling like now is the time. Because I also pulled the Farewell to the Moon card. And this is almost like that pile of, like, letting go. It's time to let something go. Ooh, and this is actually specifically about the lunar cycles. And so, Jordan, if you're into that, maybe you can set a new intention for the new moon tomorrow. Is that tomorrow? But it just feels like the timing for, like, relationships is not spot on right now, which is a very specific message. And honestly, I feel like it's because you need to give this love to yourself first. And I know that's, like, the cliche thing, but I feel like it's, like, definitely need to fill up your cup first. Now, the card that I pulled from the Milo Farm deck, Red Tanager Mascot Peacekeeper. Honestly, what I'm feeling about this card, so there's a lot of these birds, I can't remember what type of birds they are, around this property. Okay, that's very specific. So I would trust your gut here, Jordan. I mean, feeling like this could be an animal guide for you, but I'm also getting, like, a grandmother energy from it. So it could be, like, ancestral, like, definitely somebody coming in that's, like, female, showing themselves as this, like, bird. I'd maybe just look up. I think it's a robin. Maybe check out the spiritual meanings of robin. This card specifically says that it's a peacekeeper. I feel like basically this card is about keeping the peace with you, about, like, balancing this out so you can give yourself what you need. So that you can eventually move to this next stage. I'm curious if you were even, like, looking for a relationship, but you don't have to answer that. That's interesting, Michael. My coach always said that smells and taste, when they do come through, are often so strong because they're technically our strongest senses. Like, usually when you have, like, a taste, like you eat your grandmother's pie for, like, Christmas or something, it just can instantly bring back all sorts of memories. Like, taste and smell, like, the way it connects in your brain is just, like, so much stronger, which is interesting to me. So I feel like that should be the same, with your psychic tasting and smelling. But yeah. But it happens. Interesting. Yeah, these cards were for you, Jordan. I was waiting on Essie's question. And they got it to me, so I will do Essie next. Hello, Joe. Stick around. Basically, I catch up on donations first, and then we do kind of free reading giveaways. Also giving away free Astrodice tonight. Woohoo! Cardinals. cardinals. Oh, am I wrong? They're also the on the front of these cards. I thought it was a robin. I don't know my birds. We don't have those birds here in Colorado. You did smell your grandmother once during a ritual not too long ago. Well, that's specific. That's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. That's so cool. Hello, Lisa. Hopefully you just caught what I said. So we're going to catch up on donated readings, and then we do kind of free giveaways. Let's see. Okay, so Essie was just wondering about their gifts, and I pulled the perfect deck for that tonight. I was hoping that my new deck would get in tonight, but it literally just got delivered, of course, like right as I'm sitting down to do this. But I got a new Halloween deck specifically for the Halloween pick a card that I'm going to do this month. Okay, bam, Essie. Essie, I immediately saw you with candles. And I don't know much about candle magic. That's something I'm learning, or I'm going to learn, but I just immediately saw you with candles. Halloween Oracle! Yes, I finally bought it. This is hot. I'm going to have to take this off, but let me show it off first. This is my cute, what do you call it? A scarf. I do so many events in person around this time of year, and I was like, I've got to get more cool clothes, and I went to Michael's and bought all these things for like my table setup. Halloween always has good supplies, but now I'm hot. Okay. Okay, so Essie, I pulled chakras and I pulled hands for you. This like has construction pictures, like don't look at that. That immediately to me says like Reiki. So you probably are very clairsentient if you're not already. So that means you feel psychic touch. And the fact that I pulled up chakras, like usually a lot of Reiki people learn about the chakras during Reiki. They're very like similar. But even if that's not the case, I think that reading people from a chakra standpoint, or even just like trying to tune into your own energy or somebody else's energy to get information, start from learning the chakras, because sometimes it's just helpful to read. It's almost like if you're reading auras, some people just connect to an aura first and then they read all this information off of somebody. Some people connect to chakras and then get all this information. But I feel like because the hands are coming in, I'm feeling like that physical, you're very like touch oriented. So again, clairsentience. And I'm pulling from the Milo Farm deck. And I got the Frog Pond. And you know what's interesting about this is like I feel like I see you sitting here on this lake. It says reflection at the bottom. I actually feel like this is that you might connect better to your intuition right now in nature because it's quiet, it's silent. And so if you're feeling like you're having a hard time like connecting, maybe force yourself to get out into like a quiet space if you can. Because I feel like you'll be able to hear your intuition a little bit more. The scarf. I got that scarf from Spirit, the Spirit store of all places. Every year they get better and better with their stuff. You just found a witch oracle deck? Nice. Thank you, PM. Okay, I just want to make sure I got all the other donations. Yes. Okay. Spooky outfits get more tips. I bet they do. I do need a crystal ball, Heidi. Oh my gosh. I've been wanting one so bad just as decoration. Like that's the closest thing I have to it, but it's a salt rock lamp. But I went to the Colorado Gem Show and they had crystal balls like this big. So goal in the future. You just started learning candles? No way. That's crazy. That's too funny. You should wear a pointy witch hat. Jordan, don't give me permission to buy more shit. I do have like a candy corn witch hat, like from Halloween, outfit, but it's like, I don't know, it's kind of, but I was actually looking at like fancy witch hats on Instagram, and I was like, ooh. I bought so much Halloween things, so many Halloween things already this year, though. It's bad. Okay. Okay. Thank you, PM. So PM would like to know your strongest Claire. I want to know if I have any messages. My guides want me to know. Okay. Let me open this up. Do you guys like my hat? You can't even see these colors, probably. I hung up purple and green lights, but they just look bright white. Anyway. But Jordan, I think you're being psychic because I literally wrote down, tonight I'm going to wear the scarf, and then next week I'll wear the hat. Maybe I'll put the scarf back on in a bit. Okay, PM. Strongest Clairs. They're telling me specific, and when I say they, it's like your guys. They're telling me specifically that you like to pay attention in like the following week, because me telling you, I feel like I'm gonna be wrong. And I feel like no matter what I say, it's gonna be like what is it, Schrodinger's cat? Like it's gonna be the opposite of whatever I say. But the cool thing about Claire's is each day you can like practice a different one and kind of tune into it and then see, I don't really get that much information this way, or yes, I do, yes, I don't. I want to say clairsentience first, because I felt like a lot of heat and a lot of like cool. And I feel like maybe you get sensations like that and you often like mix them up with like normal things. But I feel like no matter what I say, you're going to go forward this week and and pay attention to it, and you're going to realize that, like, no, she's off. Hey, Crystal! I think because of our new members, now I get to put in more emojis. Ooh, PM Dreams. That's probably why I'm not picking up on Claire's. I think... So when I pull the dreams card, it's probably just that your Clairs are not very honed and you're not well practiced with them. And so often what I see is people connect best in their dreams. And that's because like you're completely shutting your logical mind. You have absolutely no control. So your intuition has free run. And so maybe right now, lean into the strength of being able to dream and learn about your intuition there while you're trying to develop your Clairs. One thing though that they did say is like the physical items like crystals, stuff like that might not work as well for you. It's really like come at it from up here first, come at it from your psychic ability. I think the tools might kind of throw you off or make you not trust your intuition. Let me just pull one of the My Little Farm cards. Ooh, Fireside Full Moon, Steps to Completion. I feel like that's just reiterating what I said. The steps to completion is like focus on your dreams, focus on what you're good at while you're developing your psychic ability, developing those Clairs. And when I think of the full moon, I also think of like deep intuition, like sleep. I actually feel so it has like 2 empty chairs here. PM, maybe check out my Psychic Sanctuary meditation. I feel like you have a guide that's like literally like sit down in this chair and I'm going to sit down and join you at this fireside. I actually feel like I wouldn't be surprised if that's what your sanctuary was, like a fireside. Mine used to be. Any messages? All right. I think I still also got to the messages. Thank you, PM. Thank you, Irhan. Don't know the right way to go about this question, so I will ask, who is my soulmate? Oh, that's a loaded $5 question. But I will do my best. And we will pull from this deck. So obviously, like, I can't or like I could give a name, but I don't want to, because if I say, oh, her name's Jenny, and then somebody comes across your path who's named Barbara and she's the one, I don't want you to like exclude them. So better question is like, who are they in terms of like personality? So maybe you can identify them. Ooh. And immediately I'm seeing kind of like younger energy, a little bit more pushy. I think they're going to want to jump into things super fast, which might freak you out a little bit. Like it's probably seen as like a, she wants these things, she doesn't want me. But I actually think it'll be good for you, because I pulled like the fertility cards. So to me, that was like, she wants to like get to having kids. But I do think your soulmate should be somebody who can be very telepathic. I immediately interpreted that like they're into this kind of stuff, like spiritual things as well. Ooh, and maybe try to manifest her with the cycles of the moon if you're into that. Because I literally have the moon on this card, moon on that card. And let me pull one of the Milo Farm cards. I need to shuffle these a little bit more. Yeah, and so I will say the reason why I won't have a live night next week is because I'm taking a candle magic class here in Colorado. I'm so excited. Like literally one of my favorite teachers that I went to for shamanic work finally came out of like not doing things because of COVID. And she's literally teaching at my new favorite store. And I'm just like, what are the odds? So I signed up for her candle magic class, and she's also teaching a tarot class. So I'm finally going to learn the tarot, you guys. Finally. Ooh. Yeah, so and the last card that I pulled, Irhan, is Rainbow Enlightenment. I do feel like this person should be very, you should connect with them spiritually. Like if they're not into that, or if they frown on that, like not the person for you. So those are kind of like the things to look out for. Do know that my personal bias is that I believe we have many people that we can become soulmates with. I don't believe in necessarily one and one only. Who's that? My soulmate or the one? You know what, Irhan? Because I'll show you guys how you can use the Astrodice. I will roll. Oh, what's that sign? Oh, what's that sign? I made Astrodice, but I don't even know. Oh, God damn it. What is that sign? It's like the circle and the squiggle. My dog's trying to get in, but he doesn't. Hang on. Sorry. Which one is this? This one is Leo. I should know that. My sister. Okay. So one of the ways you can do this is to ask like who, ask them about, what sign are they? So I got Leo, and then I also, actually, I'm just going to do this in a simpler way. You could use the other two dice, because one dice is signs, one is planets, and one is houses, and you could use those to try to like find out different things about them. But I'm just going to roll it 3 times. So it could also be a Scorpio and maybe a Taurus. Taurus, Scorpio. I don't know if that helps. But it's so hard I feel like you have to kind of figure out who your soulmate is. I don't feel like psychics can really tell you. They can give you like things about them that might help you kind of like identify them. But I think you'll know when they come across, because you'll be like, is this person the one? And you'll feel so sure about it, but also like questioning yourself so much. Thank you, Irhan. I want to get more into the holiday spirit. Still fixing your house. Ugh, I feel ya. Cat emojis, please. Ooh, black cats. Yeah, I was going to do pumpkins, but maybe I'll do cats. Heck yeah. Oh, cool, PM. Yes, Jordan. I think we have many soulmates. I want to do a tarot class so bad. I know I got so lucky because what she's charging for it is so cheap and it literally sold out so fast. And I didn't even like rush to sign up. I like took a few days, but then literally right after I bought the tickets, they went all sold out. I just got very lucky. Awesome. Nelly, thank you. Let me just double check. All right, Nelly, thank you. Got your Venmo. Let me know what question you have. Well, hopefully, too, what I learned will bleed out into some of my videos. But I agree, in person is so much better. And the fact that my old shamanic teacher is doing it, I'm just like, yes. You got her workbook, yay! I think that's best, Brittany. I have a hard time doing them in a row as well. All right. Oh, wait, nope, we're not all caught up on donations. I apologize. So I was waiting on Nelly for a question. Sometimes people put it in Venmo, so I'm just double checking. Okay, no. What can I do, if anything, to bring who I believe is my soulmate closer toward a relationship? There are barriers, but wondering if I can do it. Yes. I'm glad I pulled my mermaid tarot tonight or my mermaid oracle. I feel like it's like the most perfect for relationships. Ooh, that one flew out. Okay. I'm getting like very, what's the word? Rash, go-getter kind of energy coming from you of just go out there and take a bunch of samples, like test everything out. like I don't want to say like sleeping around, but just like not over analyzing it, just trying everything. Like I feel like it's like you're so worried about time and like finding the right one that you'll like maybe focus on this one person for a while and you'd be like, should this person be that? You'll analyze it forever and ever. And then it's almost like you spend so much time on them and your guides are like giving me this like push of just like, try everyone. It's like kiss everyone. Like, and don't take that like literally, but like that's the energy that's coming through. It's just like sample a little bit of everything, see what's your favorite. Interesting. Okay. So I pulled the guide in reverse, Nelly, and I feel like this is like you thinking that you need help, like you need somebody, you need more information, you need to learn, you need to go out and like, I don't know, ask for help or sign up on something. And this is basically saying like, no, you don't need any help. You can do this all yourself. I pulled this in reverse, and this is like, it's like a mermaid with like a baby. And so I feel like if you're stressed out about like if you're stressed out about like having kids and like getting into that family aspect of it quickly, I feel like you can still have that as an intention, but there's something about it that's kind of like getting in your way because you're trying to manifest like the family and not the person. And if I'm wrong about that, because not everyone wants kids, it could equally be about manifesting. What is this? There's like a lot of messages in here. And I'm trying to do it quickly. It's like nurturing your inner child and like I'm hearing like to parent yourself and give the younger version of you like who you needed as parents. Like, and think about that and think about like, who did you need as like a father figure or as a mother figure? And like idealize that and put that as your intention of like, this is the relationship I want to have. So maybe there's in the past been some relationships that have copied your parents in a negative way. It's almost like, I hope I'm making sense, but it's kind of like stopping and making sure that who you're manifesting is not like manifesting like the bad, manifesting maybe like unconscious manifesting something that you think you need. Like I'm trying to think, you know how like people say like, you know, they have like daddy issues and then they'll manifest a guy who's very much like their father, who's like very withholding or something like that. So maybe just doing a further examination on if the person that you're trying to attract is actually the person you need. Is it the younger self needed first? I'm just going to say it. You can ignore me, but this says honor the masculine, and I pulled it in reverse. I feel like that's a message of being open to the types of genders that might come your way. I feel like I get that message a lot for people. But, you know, maybe it's not like this big manly man that you want, or maybe the opposite way, girly girl. You know, maybe the person that you are supposed to be with looks different or sounds different or something like that. And so maybe let go of the vision of them as much. I feel like if anything, it's not about how can you attract them to you, but it's about how can you manifest more loosely. And then the last card I pulled, camaraderie, campfire songs. To me, this is like definitely that energy of like getting out, getting around people, which obviously with COVID, like do it your own discretion. But this is very much like try to utilize friends, try to go to events, like meet new people. I feel like this is definitely just that energy of like just go out, try to find things, try to test it all out. I hope that makes sense. Awesome. Thank you, Nelly. Oh, I was reading your title as like what you were saying, but that's your title. I'm not making any sense. Thank you, Anna B. Hello. Let me know if you have a question, Anna B. Thank you, E2K. So if you donate, I'll answer a question. The free member reading will happen when my timer goes off. So whoever comments closest to that free reading and is a member will get a reading tonight. Otherwise, we'll go into our guessing games when I catch up. And so far I'm pretty close to being caught up. So Anna B is going through a weird phase right now. Any tips on how to get over it? I like the vagueness of that because we can leave it open. This. Seeing a horse around you, Anna? Who's this horse? This horse is just a guide. Okay. What are you doing, dog? Is that a dog? Oh my god. I don't know what that was. You guys saw that, right? My dog's not out there. Oh, maybe it's just the wind. Oh my gosh. I spook myself so much on these live nights. Sorry. Okay. It sounded like scratching. Like I thought it was my dog scratching, but maybe that's probably just the wind. I'm dumb. It was a raccoon. Probably. Animal ghosts. Okay, Anna. Okay. So I feel like this is just like an intention to kind of like, or something to tell yourself to make yourself feel better, Anna. So this is the rock bottom card, and every time I pull this, everyone's like, oh no! And it's not that way. What I love about the message of this card is it's basically saying that there's nowhere to go but up. You can't go any further into this funk that you're in. You can't, you can't make it any worse. Like, you've been to the bottom of it, so the only thing you can do is go up. And I'm very distinctly hearing like happiness is an active choice. It's like just having the active choice that today is going to be a better day, or today I'm going to not let this affect me. I feel like this is like very like mental what's coming through. I also pulled the coming apart in reverse. And so to me, that says there's something you need to separate from that you haven't quite let go of yet. Ooh. That was my alarm for the free reading. And it looks like Lori commented the closest to it. So Lori, you get tonight's reading. Let me know what question you have. That was the member reading. We still have the dice giveaway, which that alarm should go off soon too. But yes, back to Anna. Sorry. Yeah, but it's almost this knowing of like it can't get any worse. So at least find happiness in that and be like, oh, okay. Well, it can only get better from here. And so focusing on letting go of the things that aren't working, the things that you're still trying to hold on to. I feel like it's very like people centered, maybe, because I got the unexpected visitors card, and I feel like this is a message of just like paying attention to the people that are in your life. Oh my gosh! And then the Milo Farm card that I pulled, Tree Frog, and it says holding on. That's so perfect. This just goes to show like anybody can make tarot cards, and like you can still read them intuitively. You can still like find a message in them, even if like they're not the traditional tarot cards. Somebody just like made up their own like ideas for these cards, which is great. But this holding on is so perfect. There's stuff that you're holding on to, and it's not allowing you to get out of this funk. So I would examine maybe what you feel like you're holding on to so desperately. And honestly, I feel like it's an idea of what your life is supposed to look like. I won the dice. That's me manifesting. I was like, wait, did I give the impression that the dice have been won? I'm going to laugh, Michael, if you win. Which also, Michael, get to your reading. I think I was going to do it either Wednesday or Friday. Haven't forgotten about you yet. It's making me paranoid. And I don't want to turn around completely because I put my shirt on backwards today. And I just said, you know what? We're going to go with it. And I haven't changed it all day because it's actually more comfortable. It's been one of those days. All right. Let's see. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I got all of Anna's question. I'm manifesting a handy person into my life. All right. Hello, Lucy. Welcome. Manifesting at his finest. All right, so I'm getting to Lori's question next. She won the member reading for tonight. So if you join at the just lowest level of the membership, you have the opportunity to win a free reading every live night. And I feel like Lori is just proof that like if you show up enough, you'll end up winning. All right. Any messages from my guide? And I can tell it's a very specific guide. I'm just kind of, I have a few decks out tonight. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay. And I'm immediately being drawn to these psychic, I think they're literally like called psychic reading cards. So I pulled the baby card in reverse, and this card is so silly. I know that they put this card in this deck because so many people are like, when am I going to have a baby? And so they needed to put it in here to be like, yes, you're going to have a baby. But honestly, Lori, I feel like this is you kind of mourning your your child. I know you have kids, I think. And this feels like instantly to me what I got was like you looking at your child and being like, oh my gosh, they're so grown up. And you're just like, oh, I want all that time back. And it's like this bittersweet feeling of just like love, but also missing the past. And I'm asking like why this message is coming through. And it's almost like you're entering this new period, it's almost like phase of your relationship with this child. You're leaving this kind of younger side of like being a mom, and there's going to be a new relationship that's going to be developed between you guys that I feel like there might be some resistance to. I feel like you might be like, this isn't quite how I pictured it. Maybe because I pulled butterflies in reverse. And butterflies are usually about transformation and change. This makes so much sense. And then this mirror card. This is like examining the things in yourself of like, why am I having a hard time like moving from this state to the next? Not saying that you have to like completely let go of like your baby, but it's almost like she's going to be, I don't want to say like a new person, but there's going to be new things in her life that are going to be tough. And it's stopping to realize that she's going to change and that's okay. And it's stopping to say, hey, what in me is wanting to resist this instead of accept it? That is such an interesting way those cards came out. I love that. Alrighty. You're welcome, Ana, sorry. Or if you talk a lot, you can win. Damn teenagers. That's funny, Essie. She just said you called me out. She's 14 going on 30. That's so sweet. Awesome. Okay, I think we're caught up now on donations. So let's do a guessing game reading. Those are always easy to read for me. Yeah, these cards are, I don't like the backs. I feel like those are just so like not representative of the other sides, but these cards are really pretty. That's too funny. She's watching too right now. Is that what you're saying? Okay. I'm thinking of a color. If you can guess the color that I'm thinking of, then you get the reading. The backs are loud. Yeah. Yes. I feel like if this is the artwork on the front, it would look like some sort of psychedelicness on the other side. Green. Silly rabbit. You got it right away. Bam. I need to have them be a little bit more complicated. She's sitting with you. So, silly rabbit, you got that one. Let me know what your question is. And again, if you don't want to wait, feel free to send a donation. Just going to check my timer for the Astrodice. We're getting closer. I didn't want to set it like too terribly late to where you guys were like, I don't want to stay on forever. But yeah, remember that if you join the member-only live nights, you'll also get a chance to win another set of Astrodice. And on my Instagram, I have this wonderful little giveaway box full of crystals and artwork and all sorts of stuff. Let me think 1 second. No worries. Maybe you were reading for her. Her energy is very strong. Very possible. That's what's hard about YouTube sometimes is, especially when you don't have people's full names or their pictures to read, they kind of all get a jumbled mess. But we kind of do want to stay on all night. I kind of do too. That's why I started so early. What is your Instagram name? Same as my YouTube name. And I think there's I'm going to say there's a link on my YouTube, but she says I meant to. She's funny. But yeah, I'm doing a giveaway on Instagram right now, and that is we've got an awesome print from her name is Haley here in Colorado, and I've actually taken like photography photos for her, so I met her in person. She's got an amazing print that you guys could get and frame. And then I have a spell candle from a witchy girl up north in Colorado, and she also threw in some crystals and some jewelry, and then I threw in a set of Astrodice and a free 30-minute reading. And all you have to do is basically go on that Instagram post and do all the things that it says to enter, and you could possibly win. All right, do my guides have a message of guidance for me? Anything they think I need to hear? I'm curious what you guys thought about my orb video. I feel like I came across too much like I was anti-orbs, but I also really tried to be like, no, they could still exist. Just if it's a lens flare, don't say it's an orb. If it's cat hair, don't say it's an orb. I'll set up a reading for you too. Oh, that would be fun. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is like 100% about intuition. Like all three of these cards are in reverse and they're all about intuition. So to me, Silly Rabbit, that says like, connect to your intuition more. We're here to help. So I pulled telepathy in reverse. I pulled receptivity in reverse and visions in reverse. And that literally says psychic images, clairvoyance, out of body travel. And that's okay. I mean, sometimes in life you have moments where life is more important and takes over. But I think if you're feeling, Silly Rabbit, like things are just not coming to you, I think it's because it's this really the receptivity card that's sticking out to me. I feel like this is talking about how if you want to receive things from the universe, you have to give things, or you have to be grateful for what you have. And so I feel like this is because you're not receiving the psychic messages and the hits. It's like you're not receiving other things in life that you're trying to manifest. And I want to pull one of these cards from the My Little Farm deck. Ooh, that's cool. So this is a water well healing. I'm definitely just seeing like you giving more time to yourself. I'm also taking this like very literally of like drinking more water, Silly Rabbit. Healing, spring, and well. And honestly, like the image that I'm getting is like going down into this well, and water to me is like all about intuition and emotions. I'm trying to like understand where you should be starting. I feel like allowing yourself to receive is like the biggest takeaway. When you receive, and this is just honestly for anybody, it's like when you allow yourself to receive things like compliments, gifts, things from other people, just like help with things, you put yourself more into a space of I deserve help, I deserve, these things. And I feel like maybe that's not where you're at. I feel like maybe you're giving to everyone else with your time and energy. And because of that, it's like it's kind of cutting off your intuition a little bit. And so the water well is like really about, I feel like it's more symbolic of nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, taking a healing dip in the water. Maybe this is even that you do like a ritual bath. And that will help kind of with everything, of just being like, no, me first, and then help with your intuition so that you can connect better and not feel like you have to go after everything. It's like your guides will still give you things and help you receive, and you don't have to do everything by yourself, if that makes sense. A video of orbs, but using ghost hunters or ghost adventures for footage. Yes. And so, not to go too deep into it, but the mansion that I'm going to go into, I really wanted to go on the night that they had a paranormal team that was going to already be there, but I can't make it because I'm doing a tarot class, which I definitely want to do way more than that. But yeah, I'm hoping that when more people find me on YouTube, that more people will team up with me. But I've been trying to get in touch with the Colorado paranormal groups, but they kind of don't like let people in. It's like, no, we're the team and we do it. And I have a hard time finding people that will just like let a psychic tag along. So if anybody knows of anybody, I'd be happy to. I don't know if they'd like what I had to say, but that's how I am too, Nelly. I'm like, You should do a video on the haunted houses in Colorado. Yes, Lucy. So I'm going to do one, and it's going to be the last week's video of October. The second one, maybe I'll save for, basically we only have like 2 or 3 places. We have the Brown Palace Hotel downtown, which I feel like I would have to actually like stay there and do the whole thing. And then we have the Stanley Hotel, which I've stayed at before. I think I want to do that next Halloween, or maybe even sooner. And then those are like the 2 big ones. The one I'm doing this next couple weeks for October, I don't know how haunted it is, but we'll see. We'll see. A haunted mine one. Oh, I wonder, we do have mines in Colorado Springs. They are creepy. Oh, I just now saw your other half of your question. Sorry, I guess my question is, how do I open myself to receiving? Giving to yourself first is what I would take from that. Like, stop putting everyone else first and start saying yes when people offer help. Haunted hotels. I'll have to keep that in mind for next year. The issue with it is I really need someone to come along with me to film me. And trying to get my guys at my production company to do that is hard because a lot of them don't believe in what I do, which is kind of part of the reason why I'm like stepping away from that. And then like my husband obviously believes in it, but it's like if he comes to film me, then who's going to watch our kid? You know, like it's very hard to film myself and read and talk to you guys. I need a team. Ghost towns too. Who's Zach Baggins? I'll write that down. Sorry, I know I'm on a tangent. Zach Baggins. Is he related to Frodo? Ghost towns. Ooh, that's a good idea. I think we do have a Colorado. We have a ghost town somewhere. I mean, I've thought about walking around cemeteries, but I don't know how interesting that would be. Okay. That's true, Michael. You're welcome, Silly Rabbit. Vampires. All right. Thank you, E2K. I want to know about my relationship. Will the path I've been on change drastically in the near future? I would ask yourself why. Like, this is a rhetorical question. Like, why do you feel like it would change in the near future? Like, is there like something in your mind that you're telling yourself like this won't last for some reason, and why is that? Like, I would examine those further. That's like intuitively what I'm getting first. You know, that is so interesting because I pulled, this card says divination, but what's sticking out to me is fate, destiny, future fortune. So I feel like the future of this relationship, there's a part of it that is fated in a way. Now, obviously, you get to choose whether or not you pursue it. But there's something about it that is like giving me the vibes of like, this is meant to be, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's meant to be in a positive way. It could be meant to be for a learning lesson, and then you two separate. I do feel like at times you guys might need a timeout. But the main issue is that you have to trust your own wisdom here. You have to trust your thoughts behind it. And it's almost like either way. It's like trusting your thoughts that, you know what, I need to move on, or trusting your thoughts that, you know what, I need to stick with it and really go through it at this time. So I pulled the Milo Farm card because they gave me this deck, and this card I do not understand. It says Cedar Forest Trailhead. So that's like one of the trails that they have on their land. It says Gateway. I'm assuming what this card is talking about is like, it's a gateway to something more spiritual, is like the vibe that I'm getting. So I'm just going to read it intuitively. And this timer is about to go off. Okay. How I feel, E2K, is your guides. All right. After this, we'll do the dice giveaway right after E2K. So Cedar Forest Trailhead. Sorry. I feel like what they're saying is like you're entering a new zone with this relationship where nobody's going to be able to tell you what to do. Only you will know the answers, and you'll be able to, you're going to struggle with, all right, do we just need to take a little bit of time away from each other? Do we need to take a break? Or is this like something more long-term? And again, it's about trusting your own wisdom, because you might hear on the outside like, oh, just give up. Oh, just call it quits. Or, oh, just stay with them. You know, I feel like you're going to hear all the wrong advice. And so it's more about trusting your gut first. So I feel like that like doesn't give you an answer, but I do feel like it's fated in some sort of way that you're supposed to be together. And I do think you guys are supposed to work things out more often than you would want to. Or I don't know if I want to say that so much. It's almost like, why am I struggling to get the words out here? I just feel like in my own relationship, like I totally understand this, because sometimes you feel like, you know, if I told this to somebody else, they would say, leave him. And then if other times you told it to somebody else, they'd be like, oh, stay, when it's really like, no, I need to draw boundaries here. Like, this isn't okay. And I feel like it's all going to be up to you. Nobody, not a psychic, not a family member, will be able to tell you the direction. You're kind of like entering into this dark gateway of the unknown, and you're being encouraged to trust your own intuition there. Thank you, E2K. I hope that made sense. I will ponder about this information. There's a mine up in Central City. That's true. I haven't been to that one. Pick me! Cripple Creek has a haunted hotel. You're right, Michael, actually. And that was one of the things I was trying to arrange. There's a paranormal team that was going there in a couple weeks. And I was like, oh, could I tag along? And they were like, sure, but you have to rent a room. And I was like, ah. And it's like 4 hours away. It's like, I have a built-in babysitter too. Oh, you meant like filming you or filming me? Maybe Lori, I'll get in touch with you. How good of a filmer are you? Like, can you get me in the frame? Are you like my dad, who like when the footage comes out, like he's filming the sky? Thank you, Michael. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Zach Bag. Oh, that guy. Oh, I got an issue with him. I don't like how he like fights the ghosts. He's like, you want to talk to me, ghost? Come out here and fight me. Like, dude. Oh, that's funny. I will erase his name from my list. That's the same guy, right? He's like all muscular. He's always wearing like tight shirts. He's like the sexy ghost hunter that's really aggressive. And I'm sure as I travel more, like I definitely want to like hit up all these places and film in them as I do so. I've been told this in a previous reading. Oh, interesting. I would take that as just more confirmation then. Yay! Fall in general. I agree. Woohoo, woohoo. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Pretty sure my manifesting work. You always wonder if you're with the one. What is going on? Sorry, I just have to, like, there's so much activity going on. I'm just like, like physical activity. I've just got like things scratching on my windows, and like I know it's plants and stuff because the wind, but at the same time, like I feel like there's energy there, and it's definitely like spooky season coming through. Everyone's excited. I can feel all your energy. I can feel it all. Okay. Let's see. Your ex-husband calls that show Bro Adventures. That's so true. Zach is a tool. Gosh, I've always wanted to do my reaction video and have him. That's like on my list because like I want to talk about when you're angry and aggressive with spirits. What are you going to attract? You're going to attract angry and aggressive spirits, and it's just like not the way you want to go about it. I do have quite a bit of family in Texas. Not that I think I'll ever visit them. Aaron was always my favorite show where I felt like they were legitimate, like actually picking up on spirits and like trying, and like if there wasn't a spirit there, they would say so. And that was Paranormal Activity. And they were like a group of students, like college students out of Penn State. That show, like Chip Coffey, the medium. Oh my gosh. Excellent. I want to meet Chip Coffey. I don't know if I doubt that's his real name, but I knew even back then when I was watching him, he knew his stuff. All right, let's do Astrodice. I'm surprised. We had like 17 people and now they all dropped off. Now we have 8 people. Good chances for you guys. Okay, so tonight the winner is going to get the black dice. I will honestly say I think these are the worst ones. I just like want to preface it so that you guys don't get mad when you get it and you're like, oh my gosh, these are so unprofessional. Because I've only made so many, but they're free. You get them. And hopefully they will be a good tool for learning about astrology and using it as kind of like a divination tool. So how the Astrodice is going to work. I was thinking about doing like guessing games, kind of like how we do our normal live nights, but I'm actually going to quiz you guys. And I think these are kind of hard questions. If nobody gets it, I'll move on. I have a couple questions, but I'm testing your guys's spiritual knowledge to win these. So get ready to type. Whoever can answer this question correctly will get the Astrodice. And don't guess if you don't want them. Either if you're not going to use them, let other people guess. Quiz. And was there anything else that I wanted to say about them? Whoever wins will basically, I'm going to have you guys email me. Email me your like username so I know that it's you, and send me your address and I will get them sent in the mail sometime this week. 9% Norway. Okay, so the quiz that I have for you. Hang on. Jerk face 10-year-old. How do I hide this user? Go, Michael Joy. Hey, Karen, you jumped in right at the perfect time. We're giving away Astrodice. Answer this question. So fill in the blank. These sisters were pretty big in starting the spiritualism movement. They were mediums themselves. What were these sisters called? I'll be surprised, honestly, if anyone knows this. But I'm starting with my hardest question. There's a group of sisters. started the spiritualism movement. They had seances and did things in their house to try to spook people, and they did it pretty successfully. They later got exposed for being fake, but they had so often connected correctly as mediums and as psychics. But they had basically like tarnished their name, but they were huge in starting the spiritualism movement. I'll give you guys like, if nobody guesses it, I'll ask the next question. But I am going to do a video eventually called Psychics You Should Know. And I feel like if some of you guys are Googling it, I feel like, I wonder if that's cheating. So I'll give you like, I should start a timer. I'll give you 30 more seconds, and then if nobody gets it, we'll move on to the next one. Start. 30 seconds. Terry and Linda Jameson. I don't know who that is. Drogheda? Nope. Fox Sisters. Heidi, you got it! So they were called the Fox Sisters in the Northeast. You know, I don't know where they were located. So Heidi, just double checking. I know you just jumped in. Or wait, no, sorry. Heidi didn't just jump in. Karen just jumped in. Woohoo! So Heidi, you won our Astrodice for tonight. Let me know if you don't want them. If you don't want them, we might do another question if you do want them. I will send them to you in the mail. So Heidi, just shoot me an email through my website and just send me your address, and I will get it in the mail. Yes, New York. Actually, I did look that up earlier today. They were in New York. And basically, they started all these spooky seances and stuff like that. And a lot of people ended up copying them. And it became a competition for who could have the scariest party and who could invite in the ghosts, who had the most tables that could levitate. And that's when they started to like actually do fake things, because they wanted people to feel like they came for their money's worth, if that made sense. And it's a lot harder, you know, not every time does stuff like that happen. And so a lot of people got exposed back then, but it doesn't mean that there weren't things that they did that were real and connecting, if that makes sense. I do want them. Yay! So Heidi got the black dice. Now, if you didn't get it, no worries. We're still going to do a giveaway, not next week because I won't be live next week, but the following week. So you have three more dice sets to choose from. So we have our clear orange pumpkins, and then we kind of have the cloudy pumpkins that will be up for grabs, and then kind of like the orange and black. And again, those will be on the live nights. If you do participate in the Instagram giveaway, that will also win the second set of orange and black dice. So lots of Astrodice giveaways. Be sure to jump on live so you can catch them. I'm just going to also, I don't think I'll forget that it's Heidi, but just in case. Heidi. Lilydale, New York. I'm not sure on the exact city, but it was definitely New York. And I was thinking the Sanderson sisters. I feel like I would have given you a half a point for that. Yeah, the Fox sisters, and I'll go over them more in my my whatever it's called, the video that I do on it. And what's funny is that the person that I learned from, Karen Fox, who makes the workbook and the cards that I always talk about, her last name is Fox. She's like a psychic, a medium, and everyone always ask, are you related? And she's like, no, I don't think I'm related in any way. But I feel like that was like actually pretty divinely like orchestrated. Like I think she was supposed to be born with that last name so that people made that connection. I don't know. I think that's kind of cool. What actual real activity did they have? You know, it's been a while since I looked up my notes on them, but they were mediums. Like they definitely like connected with people and gave people accurate information that they would have not known otherwise. I think it's like when you cross into physical mediumship, or when you try to prove things with like levitating things or bending spoons or stuff like that, I feel like that's where you get a little into rocky territory personally. It's a spiritual community. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, they were really good, and they connected for a really long time, and they basically started everyone on this. They got called out, but then they kept doing things afterwards. But after they got found out, of course, nobody's going to trust them after that. All right, so Heidi got the black Astrodice. Heidi, I will send those to you. There will also be a little instruction booklet with it. So thank you. Thank you guys for participating. I've got 3 more sets that will be given away. So keep showing up. Let's do some more individual readings. I think, was that all my giveaways for tonight? Yes. Okay. Stop my timer. And we don't have any more donations. Alrighty. Let's do another guessing game for a reading. I need to do something a little bit harder than colors. I am thinking of a character in Harry Potter. If you can guess the character that I'm thinking of in Harry Potter, then you get the reading. I'm currently binging Harry Potter with my husband, and it's wonderful. I love it. I can't wait till my son can watch it and understand. We decided he can watch it with us this year. He's 1 right now. He doesn't really know what's going on, but he needs to wait a couple more years so he doesn't get anything ruined. We're going to take a break from it after that. I want the instruction book for the Astrodice. Yes, I am going to make the instruction book available to everyone. Dobby, you got it, Silly Rabbit, again. So, Silly Rabbit, since you already got a free reading, go ahead and pick somebody else to give it to. Muggles. Just Muggles. The snitch. So, Silly Rabbit got it. Silly Rabbit, if you don't mind passing it off to somebody since you already got. If you guess more than 1 free reading in a row, I just make you pass it. Not if you donate, though. If you donate, you can still guess in the guessing games. But my son is going to be Malfoy for Halloween this year. I was just going to do a general Harry Potter theme, but he's got blonde hair. So I'm going to do looks around. I'm going to slick his hair back, and we're going to do Slytherin colors. And I was actually thinking about getting a stuffed Dobby for him to throw around and beat. But I don't know. What's another symbol of Malfoy? If he's holding it, what would how you would know? The blonde hair. Yes. I'm going to slick it back. I'm going to get gel because it's getting kind of long. I'm going to slick it back. I'll share a photo with you guys. I'm so excited about it. Vegetables? Fruits? What? I think Lucy was just trying to get your attention. Teach him to sneer. Yeah, I was gonna say if he could talk, he needs to be like Potter. Potter. He always says Potter so aggressively. I think Lucy is still guessing. So Silly Rabbit guessed. She got it right, but since she already got one, she's giving you away. Lucy, she gave it to you, so your persistence won out. So Lucy, let me know what your question is. Lucy has not gotten one. I'll go ahead and take that. Oh, now you're giving it to Kelly. Let's do Lucy because that's your. I don't think she's already had one. And I will say I'll probably be on for another 30-ish minutes. So I think Lucy was on delay. Oh, that's possible. So I'll hang around for another 30 minutes. So if you don't want to wait, get your donation in. Otherwise, we'll just keep hanging out and doing guessing games. Lucy, let us know what your question is. I find it interesting that you guys chose the black ones first. Now all I have are the orange ones left. And I will say too, after Halloween, I'm going to do like all sorts of colors, and I will get them up on my website, and then you guys can actually like order them from me. I know, right? Silly Rabbit. That's what I was thinking. I almost said too, I was almost like, you've gotten it both times. Like your intuition is on. No understanding, guys. Hey, and I could have been wrong too. Totally could have been wrong. It could have been to connect more, or that you're doing a good job and keep going. One of the lights behind you looks like an orb. Probably. I wish that the color showed up more. These are the same ones that I had in the orb videos. They're like half purple, half green. They're really cool. I don't pull them out enough. Sorry, Kelly. So, Lucy, let us know what your question is. Watch Lucy just gonna be like, bye. Okay, what do my spirit guides want me to know? Which deck? It's funny because I was like, which deck? And I immediately saw the Halloween deck, which I know is like probably on my front porch. And it's like, well, I can't get that one right now. So you're supposed to have the Halloween deck. I apologize, Lucy. I just got it delivered today. Curious, are these the same size as like a normal tarot set? Okay. Ooh. Oh wait, did Lucy get a reading? Am I crazy? So I'm going to start with the one that I pulled from the Milo Farm Oracle deck first. And this is for Pit Visions. And so I immediately thought of like fire scrying or candle magic, looking at flames to do readings. I'm curious if you're a fire sign, Lucy. And unfortunately, I don't have any videos out yet. I am going to plan like a whole scrying video where I go through all the scrying tools and actually like physically have them in front of me. But fire scrying is something that you can do, and it's basically like looking at clouds, looking at the fire, and you're asking for a message and expecting to see an answer. And so you kind of watch the fire flames and see if you can get anything. I mean, this is like what was her name in Game of Thrones? Like the Red Witch or something. Like totally that energy. And I'm taking that very like literally, like if you feel like you're not really connected with your intuition and you want to try something new and start somewhere, maybe look into candle magic, maybe look into fire scrying, or maybe just leaning into anything that is used with like fire signs. I'm trying to think of like other things that you could use. Just using fire in your rituals. Because I also pulled the Moonlight card, and to me, this is like the intuition card. You got the moon, you have an owl, and this is all about connecting more with your intuition. And so I think, Lucy, they're calling you to connect more. And I actually think you're pretty darn connected, and you're going to be more so this month. I don't know if it's just like spooky season. Some people believe that the veil gets thinner around Halloween. But this is ride the wave. And so I see you like on the top of these waves. Like you're at the top of your game right now with your intuition. And it's really about paying attention and connecting to the things that are coming through and how you're receiving them. Because it's not always going to be like that. And so if you can pay attention to, okay, this is how I'm receiving those signs, then sometimes it makes it easier to remember when you're not as connected to your intuition. This is awesome. I also just pulled the abundance card. I feel like Right now, life is really good. You have everything that you kind of need and want. Like, you don't have very many complaints. And so that's kind of like riding the wave of like enjoying what you have in the moment. And like, honestly, what this feels like is like your guys are saying, hey, stop, realize how you got here, realize how you manifested this, pay attention to your intuition and how well you're connecting right now, because sometimes life will just fall and not fall, you'll fall out of balance with those things, and then you're going to want to get back to that zone. So sometimes taking some notes and be like, this is how I manifested this is how I got here, this is why I'm so intuitive right now, it's because I'm doing all these exercises or something. And then when it's connected, you can come back to those notes and be like, oh yeah, that's how I did it. So it's very much like things are awesome, enjoy it, but also like notice how you got here is like the message. Melisandro. Yes. Some of the green ones show up. Yeah, I guess it's weird to see that. That's so cool, Silly Rabbit. I love that you're trying to do readings with playing cards, like only. I love that. That's so cool. And I just remembered. Hi, everyone. I know if you're just jumping in, welcome. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on the comments. And I did that reading this morning. That's so cool. Beck, she had a phone call. Welcome back, Karen. I'm so glad, Karen, that you figured out how to join the membership. I should have thought that you had to be signed in to see it. That was dumb of me. Ooh, wow, money. Yay, Jenna! Welcome. All right, guys, so I'm going to be on for like another 20 minutes. So we'll see maybe like 1 or 2 more readings. I'll let you guys know when we cut off the free ones, but let's do another free one because I don't think anybody's donated. I'll do a number. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 25. If you can think of the number between 1 and 25, you get the next free reading. Otherwise, you can send a donation and get a reading for sure. Thank you, Silly Rabbit. I appreciate you guys. Okay, pay attention to the numbers. Pay attention to the numbers. Nobody's gotten it yet. If you can guess the number that I'm thinking of between 1 and 25, you get the reading. How's nobody gotten it yet? Call me out if I missed it. And somebody did comment. Sometimes that happens. Not all the time. Usually I'm pretty good. I'm finding it interesting. It's almost like this number is eluding all of you. Number between 1 and 25. Come on. 21! Kelly, you got it. Let me just double check. I don't think anyone got it. 21. I think the universe was waiting for Kelly because Kelly got psyched out the last time. And it's like no one else could remember what 21 was. You're welcome, Lucy. Thank you. Kelly, let me know what question you have. Also, thank you to those of you who sent in your orb photos. I really appreciate it. I know that like I shouldn't say I ripped some of them, but like I broke them down and it's probably not the result that you guys wanted, but I really appreciate you guys sending those in. That was super helpful because I have like no orb photos. Message from Guide So Bizarre. Let's see which deck. I can't. My guys are being like stingy. They're like, this deck. And it's like, I don't, that's inside. I can't go get it. You're supposed to have my other Oracle deck that's by Colette, but I'll pick the other Colette Oracle deck. And I'll say the reason why it was that deck is because it has very light, very gentle energy is kind of like how I interpret that card. So there's that energy is probably something that you need right now, Kelly. Woo! This is a clear progression. So first I pulled Solitude, and then Making a Choice, and then Metamorphosis. So I'm literally reading this as like left to right. Solitude, it's like getting that time to yourself. Whenever I see this little hut, I always think of the hut that Harry Potter was on when Uncle Vernon was like trying to hide him away from all the letters coming in. And that's like literally what was happening in this story. But it like looks very similar to this. Anyway, so Kelly, this is about getting together with your thoughts, getting alone. I feel like I got this message last night and I knew it was for somebody. And I was hearing like somebody's guides were like challenging this person, and they were saying like, are you really spending that alone time? Like, are you really sitting down? Are you really doing the meditation? Like, are you really like setting aside time to do it? Or are you just kind of like falling asleep to a guided meditation and not really doing it? So like, I feel like Kelly, this is, I actually feel like that's for more than one person than Kelly. Like if you're frustrated that you're not connecting with your intuition, our guides are coming through and they're like, are you being serious about it? Are you actually putting the time and the energy into it? Because there's such a difference when you actually sit down and force yourself to meditate versus like just pulling a tarot card out and being like, man, I'm not getting the information. And so that's kind of like the energy that's coming through. I kind of feel like that's for more than one person, not necessarily just you, Kelly. But if you're feeling like you're struggling with like making choices in the near future or even right now, I'm like, where am I going? What should I be doing next? Or even like, what should I be manifesting? Like, what are my goals? Coming into solitude, coming into just sitting down, quietly thinking about it, sorting out your thoughts. This doesn't even have to be meditating. Honestly, for me, this is like journaling. I just like to journal and get my thoughts out. I think that I do that a lot, and I end up like automatic writing at the same time. But I think as soon as you do this, it's really going to bring huge change that you've been trying to move towards. I feel like it's money related. Excuse me, I need to take water. I feel like it's money related. It could also be, I actually feel like whatever it is, it'll just impact a lot of different areas in your life. It might start with money, but then it like influences your confidence. It just sort of cascades from there. Interesting. So I just pulled. Oh my God. You know what? I'm not going to say that. Okay. These smell like something. But I just realized I remember why. Now I'm just going to be all cryptic. They smell like weed. And I was like, why do they smell like weed? I was like, is that clairalient? And I was like, no, that's like weed. And then I remembered it's because when the people that gave me this came into town, they also stopped at a dispensary. It was in the same bag. So that's why. So not intuitive. Ignore me. Now these cards smell like weed. Oh, that's too funny. Okay. But I pulled Bird Chime Protection, which I feel like is a totally separate message from what's going on here. I actually feel like this is just double checking that will and do intuitive things, that you're extra protecting yourself. Not because anything bad is coming your way, but maybe you're just like not paying attention to that as much when you're doing intuitive work, Kelly. I knew they were reflections of light. But again, Karen, I still totally think that was like your mom. Like, if you feel it, I totally believe you. Thank you, PM. Yum. Jeez. I was like, I can't just like leave this on a cliffhanger. I gotta just say it. So PM, for $1.99, I could do a yes or no. And I could just pull like a single card. But if you want to donate $5, I can do a full one. So just let me know. Normally the minimum is $5, but I will happily still do like a yes or no for that. More protection and meditation. All right. And I think what I'm going to do there is cut it off for the free readings, because I'll probably wrap up here after a bit. So any more readings tonight will just be donation only. So thank you guys for sticking around. The one by the chair, maybe her, but not the moon. Yeah, that's the one I was feeling. Just want to check with PM. Otherwise, I'll just do a yes or no. Too early for the snowbirds. I've heard a lot of things with Hawaii that like the locals just really want people to stop coming because it's damaging like the land and the nature and just like everything. They like are doing all these petitions like stop coming to Hawaii, stop coming to Hawaii. I'm curious if anyone else has heard that. They're just like not happy about how much environmentally all the damage of tourism is doing. Okay. I haven't heard from PM, so I'll just do yes or no, and then if she donates more, I'll just do more. Or go longer. I feel like your worry is about the people she's going with. There's nothing there, like nothing within the travel itself that's going to like be the problem, like no sketchy people, no bad plane flights. Like I don't feel that at all. I feel like if anything, it's more your worry about like I'm reading your thoughts around it, and it's like whoever she's going with, it's like, ooh, are they seedy people? Are they the best people to be around? And I'm immediately feeling like she can hold her own. Like it's a message of oh, cool. Thank you, PM. So I'll still pull some cards. I feel like it's a message of, so you actually did more. It's almost like I'm seeing a boy. I don't know if that's like your projection or if that's what's really happening. Whatever you're worried about is not going to happen. Like they're going to get into shenanigans because they're having fun. But she has like, I'm getting that she has a good head on her shoulders and she knows when to like stop. Like she knows when to be like, hey, I'm going to go back to the room. Like her uncomfortableness will get her out of a situation if she's in a bad place. But yeah, I think it's actually good for her. She's going to have a lot of fun. I pulled the like come together card. Is she going like with a group of people? I think she just wants to have fun and like express herself. I pulled the visions card, the psychic images. I feel like this is more about you than her necessarily. Because I feel like your idea of what's happening to her will just be off. Like I think your worriedness and I feel like you might not blow it out of proportion as much as just like you're gonna try to tune into it and feel like, oh my gosh, is she not safe? Is she okay? Maybe because she like doesn't pick up her phone or something. But the message is like, don't read into it too much. Because I'm getting like, yes, there might be like a moment or two where people do things that are uncomfortable, but she's gonna opt out. She's gonna be like, I'm tired, I'm gonna go back to the room or whatever, and they're just not even gonna notice, and that's like her way of getting out. Like, she's already thought about these things. Maybe you've already like even taught her. If you feel like you haven't, you could definitely like say, hey, just remember, if you feel like you're uncomfortable. I'm just like assuming she's a teenager. Yeah, she's gonna have so much fun though. I think if anything, you should be happy about how much fun she's gonna have. Like, I pulled, this is the Milo Farm card. It says lighted trees, so it's like a Christmas tree at the farm. And it's all about celebration. I think she's gonna have so much fun. This is gonna be really good for her. I think it's going to give her a taste of like what life could be like with other people. I think it's actually going to turn her into a really good manifester. She's going to come back and be like, I want more of that. Like, I want to be able to travel. Like, I feel like she hasn't gotten to do that a whole lot, and I think she's going to have fun. Yes, group of girls. Yeah, I'm definitely picking up on like a questionable dude, and that might be somebody else that's there while they're out like hanging out, but she knows how to get away when she needs to. Hey, Princess Butterfly, I'm wrapping up for tonight, so I'm just doing donation only, but you can join me not next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday for more live readings. I want to go. I know, right? I have magically manifested 2 Mexico vacations. I didn't ask for it, but I'm super grateful. My father-in-law is going to take us on a Mexico trip, and my mother-in-law, who they were both married once and now they're separated, both going to take us to Mexico and going to pay for it all. And I'm like, sweet, I'll go. So thankful to the universe. I don't know how I manifested that. Oh my gosh, and I just realized I pulled the manifesting card for her PM. So perfect. And I mean, you probably don't want to hear this as her mother, but it's like there's something about expressing your sensuality and sexuality that can boost your confidence. And I really feel like, she might be going to do that and like show off and, flirt with some boys and stuff like that. But I think it's a good thing, not a bad thing. Like, you definitely read people that are like that, and I wouldn't worry at all. Again, like, they keep repeating like she's got a good head on her shoulders. Afraid of her drinking too much. Yeah, like, I very visibly saw her like getting uncomfortable and using the excuse like, I'm tired, and going back to the room to just get away from people. Like, I feel like she's done that before, and it's like her go-to, and it's easy. She's like, I know how to get out of this. You know what I mean? Thank you, Ram. I hope you did too. Thank you, Heidi. Heidi, do you have a question? I'm so excited to see what you think of these. I feel like I could have done so much better, and I'm trying to not. I want to be a perfectionist and fix these before I send it to you. And by fixing it, I mean like completely redo them. But they're fine. I just need to send them. I'm being too critical. It's the Virgo in me. All right, Heidi, let me know if you have any questions. About to wrap up for tonight. Oh, I never put my scarf back on. When you started talking with your guides, were you scared? That's a good question. I'm trying to remember. I was never scared of my guides because I knew they were there for me, and they were 100% like good and light beings. And so I just innately trusted them. So I was never scared of them. I was definitely scared of the spirits. Like, I knew I was opening myself up. And so that means you're going to let a bunch of things in. And so you really have to set your filter of like, no, this is who I'm talking to. I'm not talking to you. But with my guides, I just knew. I knew they were for my highest and best good. So I just trusted them. And it felt comforting. So I hope that answered your question. How did it change my life? I'm curious if I did a video on this. Changed my life in that I'm a psychic now. The bigger implications of like doing this work nonstop and never, I feel like with intuition, I've never been able to just like forget it. You know how like sometimes you learn a skill and you're like, I'm not going to use that again. Like I learned how to crochet once and now I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do that again. Like you just let it go. But with intuition, it feels like something I can never not have in my life ever again. Like it feels like such a part of me now. So I would say that's how it changed my life. I can never, like sometimes I would think about, oh, well, maybe I'll just forget about this. But it's like, how could I forget about something like that when I can connect and get information and connect with dead people and it just be like, how could I just stop doing that? So I guess that's like the biggest way it changed my life. It just really changed who I was as a person and the kind of like my underlying like daily things that I did, I guess. She's interested in a guy from school, wants to know if he's good for her. I don't know. If that's a different guy, I don't know. If they're going on the trip, I don't know. Whoever this guy was that I was tuning into, he seemed like he would do something inappropriate or two, but nothing beyond the norm of like high school boys. You know what I mean? I'm also a Virgo. Yeah, I'm a Virgo rising. So I act a lot like a Virgo, but I'm actually a Pisces. But I'm also married to like a double Virgo, so I got a lot of Virgo in me. Applied to a new position at work. Was it a good move? I'm also a Virgo. Oh, I want my unicorn deck, Heidi. Gosh. Okay, no, work within these parameters, please. Oh, wait, I'm dumb. I have my unicorn deck on my phone. I want to get a physical copy, and so I'm thinking about a physical copy, but okay, unicorns. Sorry, this is on my phone, so I'm like shuffling cards on my phone. I think there's going to be a lot of noise at this new job. Like, I feel like it might be a little hard to settle. Let's see. And so flipping over these cards one by one. I think it's a really good move, actually. Because I feel like how you got to this job, you're being very aware. This is the awareness card. You're being very aware of like where you were at in life and like what you needed. And I feel like you weighed the pros and cons. You trusted your intuition, but you also thought about the logical things with it. And right now, it's about having that hope, continuing to hold the vision that it's going to work out and that it's going to be good. And I think that's what you had coming into it. And if anything, right now, you're maybe like wavering of like, should I have done this? Should I have not? And I feel like that questioning, that self-doubt is probably the biggest thing that's throwing you off, not the actual job itself. Because I literally pulled the future card as celebration. So like that's like one of the best cards you can get. It's like it says a positive outcome is assured, celebrate your success, enjoy your achievements. And it's almost like, I don't know who I read earlier tonight, and it's like sometimes when good things come our way, we kind of self-sabotage because maybe we're used to the good things not lasting long. And so asking yourself like, why do I have that belief? And maybe that's not the belief that you have, Heidi, but it could be. But examining the doubt, like where's that doubt coming from? So let me pull just a Milo card. And again, if you guys like this deck, I've linked them down below. And this one says retreat and attainment. I kind of feel like those are two opposite words for me. I feel like these maybe should have only had one word on them, not two. I think it's a little odd, but I'm being more drawn to the attainment card or part of the card. And I feel like this is like, hey, look at how far you've come. Look at what you've attained. Appreciate, kind of relax and enjoy how far you've made it. Don't worry, kick up your feet for a little bit. You're safe. You're protected. Like that's the message that I think is coming through. Great job making those. Thank you, Karen. Karen can tell that I'm self-conscious. This is true, Laura. You know, I never tested that with my pumpkin dice. Let's make sure they don't roll on the same one every time. Okay, no, we're good. Because I do have like little pumpkins on the inside. And so I was worried that might weight it differently, but they're all the same. That's a good point, Michael. Ooh, good question, Ram. I'm going to cover that in my dreaming video. Probably won't be my next dreaming video. I will have another dreaming video up in November. I have like a 4-part series, but I am going to talk about that when we talk about psychic dreaming because there's a name for like people in your dreams that are not actual beings. And think of them like NPCs in a game, like non-playing characters. They're just made by the computer to fill the background. And so your brain does that sometimes in dreams. It just makes people to fill the background. But then sometimes the people in the background or the people that talk to you, it's not always just the background, are actual people. And whether they're living, deceased, guides from the future, you know. So it's a little hard to know that, but I am going to cover that in that video. But I would always say trust your gut. If you feel like it's somebody, you might be. Thank you, PM. My shoes got stolen lots on the beach. You're like, gosh dang it. Now I need to go buy another pair of flip-flops. How did we get on this conversation? All right. PM, did you like have like a follow-up question? I was curious. Make sure I got Heidi, right? Yeah, okay. Thank you. Yeah, you'll have more dice to choose from not next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, I'm going to be doing a candle magic class. I'm so excited. But the following Tuesday, doing another giveaway. So, Schlitterbahn. Yeah, sorry. I feel like that's a huge topic to answer, but I will answer it. I promise. Yeah, so the first video that I did about dreaming was like how to have dreams and how to remember them. And then I think my next one is going to be how to interpret them and the types of dreams that you have, kind of going in the order of like what you might need. And then the third video will be psychic dreaming. And then the fourth video will be lucid dreaming. 2 different things. Sort of. They intermix, but I need to sort of separate them out to talk about them. Thank you. Yeah, so the rest we have are all orange dice. So we have orange pumpkins and then kind of like the orange cloudier pumpkins. There's pumpkins inside them, but they're kind of like harder to see. And then just like straight orange and black. And then again, the Instagram will also get a straight orange and black. Thank you, Silly Rabbit. Silly Rabbit, did you have a question as well? Looking to see if PM and Silly Rabbit had extra stuff. Thank you, Jana. Hey, V Cookie! I feel like... Or wait, no. I was going to say V Cookie has been following me since Periscope days, but that's not true. I'm thinking of somebody else. All right. Should I move forward with having my friends over for a birthday celebration in the beginning of November because of COVID? And are there any specific psychic abilities hits that I get? Okay. Great. Yeah, I will just say with the COVID stuff, like, as much as I, as much as you want to take like my intuitive advice, just please like be careful with the COVID stuff. Like always trust a medical professional, especially like where you're at, where you're living, more than a psychic. But I'll still do my best to try to read it. This doesn't make any sense. Let me get a shovel. Because different states are at different points, so in Colorado, we're really good with our numbers because we have so many vaccinated people. I love Coloradans. They're smart. All right. I'm just going to use my intuition because these cards don't make any sense. I'm feeling like it'll be okay. I'm feeling like it'll be safe. I think the question is less, is it going to be safe, and more like, are you going to have fun? Like, is that more of a drain on your energy? Like, do you really want to do that? As far as having friends over. Okay. And the other thing that I'm getting is like, maybe consider, instead of having them come over, maybe go out, like go somewhere else, like something about like less setup and getting away at a certain time, like having an escape route if you want to. Like, I feel like you would be less stressed out if you weren't hosting and inviting people into your home. Like that's specifically coming through. And are there any specific psychic abilities / hits that I get? All right. Thank you, PM. You keep sending pieces and or money, and then not like, let me know what the questions are. Hey everybody, if you're just now joining us, we are wrapping up with donations only because I'm almost done for tonight. What was the question? Any specific psychic hits that I get? That's interesting. So I know this card probably has another meaning, but I'm reading it as it's like the see no hear evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. I'm actually seeing this as your guides are trying to encourage you to use your claircognizance more. Like I feel like your clairs, you're getting everything like separately. Like sometimes you'll get things you hear, sometimes you'll get visions, sometimes you'll get like feelings, but it's all separated. And it's almost like they're encouraging you to combine them all and try maybe some more of the claircognizant exercises, or at least just trust the more claircognizant hits. I feel like you might actually get them already, but you might dismiss them as like, oh, well, that's just me, or those are just my own thoughts. Let me pull one more Milo Farm, and I'll just say whatever else you need to know. I feel like with both of your questions, it's like reflection. I know we talked about that earlier, but it's about using your own intuition, really like getting alone time. Like you're sitting by this like frog pond, you're chilling, you're with your thoughts, you're not letting any sort of distractions come in. And so I think you'll be able to better decide with like the party, like what is it that's really bothering you? If it really is COVID, maybe do have people come over to your house so that you feel safer, and maybe ask people to wear masks or something, or maybe just don't do it at all and meet virtually or something. And then with your own psychic abilities, it's about stopping. Actually, I think with the claircognizance, it's just about practicing more mindfulness. Maybe mindfulness will help you get in touch with those claircognizant abilities a little bit more. And mindfulness is just like being present in the moment, but it is just an equal active exercise that you can do to hone your psychic abilities. All right. Thank you, PM. PM, I am probably going to wrap up soon, so get your questions in. I don't want to forget about you. You're welcome, Silly Rabbit. Sorry, I've got so many like donations going on, and my brain's like getting fried. I think after Alani Lani, I will call it done. So Alani Lani, for $1.99, I could do a yes or no question, but usually I do $5 minimum for just like a short little reading. So if you want a longer reading, maybe send the difference. If not, I can just do yes or no, not an issue. The high school boyfriend that I typed up earlier. Okay, so you want to know more about him. Sorry. She's interested in a guy from school, wants to know if he is good for her. Okay. So really quick, doing PM. I'm hearing learning lesson. All relationships are like learning lessons at that age in life. And I actually feel like going after him might be a good thing. I wouldn't say going after him as much as like not giving up on it. Because I feel like what she's doing right now, she's kind of being adrift, and she's just being like, oh, well, maybe if he comes and like says something first, if he initiates, then maybe something will happen. This is like a call to like take more initiative in the situation, because if she's like adrift, if she doesn't let things happen, I assume you're passing this information along to her. So like I'm just reading it as if I were reading her. So I feel like, you know, if she's going to kind of let him come to her, nothing's going to come out of it. It's like the energy she puts out will be the energy she gets back. And so, and I also feel like with high school, it's like you have to be super obvious, because all those kids are like so worried about getting rejected that they don't like take action. And so if she wants to pursue it, then she needs to like be a little bit more like pushy about it. I kind of feel like though she knows it might not work out, because I pulled wisdom in reverse and present in reverse, and really I see these cards as just like not really being present with what you want in a moment, not really using like your wisdom of like, is this good for me? Is this something that I want? Am I just going after this because I'm attracted to it and it's fun? I just feel like he won't. I feel like he's good in like group settings and he's fun, but like if they get together one-on-one, it's like I'm hearing like, what value does he bring to the table? Like she's gonna sit there and be like, this is it. Like I don't think he knows how to do relationships, which again, it doesn't mean that she should avoid it. Like she might learn from it. She might learn that, okay, I need to find somebody that like knows what they want too. I think he's just like having fun with like friends. And I'll just leave it with this. Like I pulled the abundance card, and to me this says like she has an abundance of opportunities. So if she can kind of get present and really think about what she wants and what she wants in return, and then ask herself, does this person match? I feel like she's probably gonna be like, no, but that doesn't mean she can't go for it. But I think she's got lots of opportunities, and she might be able to figure out who's a better match if she kind of goes through that thought process, if that makes sense. At the core of it, I just feel like once they got together alone, it's like I'm literally seeing them like staring at each other and they're like, what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? Like, I feel like he doesn't know how to like make her happy. And I feel like there's other guys out there that would just like be thinking about how to be romantic. I feel like who she wants is a romantic, and I feel like he's not going to be that. All right. Okay, sorry. Let's get to Kelly next, and then we'll wrap it up with Alani. Alani, what should I do about my work situation? Stay in it for a few more years or start to look for something new? I'm moving to Kansas City in a few years. All right. I have family in Kansas City. That's actually where the Milo Farms cards come from. I feel like it's a crappy situation. Your work situation. I honestly, like, intuitively am feeling like the quicker you can get out of it, the better. Like, I'm like questioning like why you're waiting so long to move. Like, I think your guides are coming through and they're like, you can do this a lot quicker. This whole thing can be sped up. It's almost like you know you're going to get there and you're dragging it out. And it's almost like when you try to delay what's supposed to happen, you end up like hitting a bunch of obstacles. Because I think part of you knows that this is like where you're supposed to go. This is like the rescue card, but the energy that I'm getting from it is like you figured out, you identified the problem, you're rescuing yourself, you figured out, okay, this is what needs to happen. I feel like in a way you need to be rescued from this work situation. And right now you're going slow and steady, but you really need to not be doing that. It's like fast movement is being called for. Obviously, take my readings with a grain of salt. You can't always do everything perfectly, or I shouldn't even say perfectly. Like, you have life and kids and money and other things that get in your way. But I feel like they're just trying to move you towards this next phase. I just keep hearing why would you want to stay there longer? Why do you want to stay there longer? Because I feel like it's not getting you excited about life. And as soon as you do move, this like spark, this enjoyment of life is going to come back to you. And I don't think it's necessarily the place. It's just about like, I don't know. I feel like you've been not necessarily stuck, but there's something about the energy of the space that you're in that is just like not suiting you. There's like people street racing outside behind me. That's why it's so distracting. Sorry. So I pulled the love card and I'm immediately getting that I don't know if you're having to move because of family, like because of like your significant other. Just pop down to the comments just in case. Thank you, Karen. I totally am. I'm like, wah. Let's see. But yeah, sorry, I should wrap this up. Okay, so I feel like if you're not already in a relationship, this might be that you're going to find one as well when you get there. I think the issue with your current work is there's not a lot of cooperation going on, like collaboration. This is like, it says pool fun, and there's a bunch of people swimming in a pool together. I just feel like this is the energy you don't have where you're at. And this is like where your guides want you to move towards. If you can't physically move, that's okay. It's about finding the same energy where you're at. It's about, moving quicker, still finding things to enjoy, enjoying your relationship, doing things with your family, finding the collaboration and cooperation with people around you. But I think you do know that you need to like get out of the work situation. Alrighty. All right. I saw that you won 2 Emmys, and that was fascinating. Thank you. Yeah. Somebody tagged me in an Instagram post that was like, share facts that are non-psychic related about you. So that was in my Instagram post. But yeah, I said if anybody has orb stuff that they have to share it in our Facebook group. So I have a Facebook group that's specifically for practicing your psychic ability. I know that not everyone's a fan of Facebook, but a lot of people share the things that they get there. And so throw up your orb videos there and see if anybody else picks up anything. Yeah, Silly Rabbit, I think you and I both have the same like message. Thank you, Lonnie. Lonnie, let me know what your question is. I don't see a question. I'll wrap up with you tonight. Well, just to find out if my daughter's going to have a healthy relationship. She hasn't had any luck with that. I feel like PM, she's just setting the bar too low. And I feel like it's not that he's like bad, he'll be bad to her. It's more just like, I think she has very high expectations. And honestly, it might just be that she might not find anybody very good until she like goes off to college or something. I just feel like I'm hearing like slim pickings. And I feel like high school people like are so inexperienced. I think she's actually like looking for a higher level of experience than the people that are in her realm, if that makes sense. Her expectations are really high, but they're like, okay, it's like she's more mature for her age. And the people around her are not meeting those expectations. And it's like a test of like, can she not sacrifice her boundaries and the things that she wants while she waits, to meet more people that are better. Good evening. I didn't finish reading the last of your message. Thank you, Karen. I'm sorry, Alana. I'm gonna cut it off after Alani, but I will be live again 2 weeks from now. Good night. Thank you, Silly Rabbit. My family's moving to KC, just a matter of when. I feel like it's like, what are you waiting for? Go, go, go. No sleep just yet. Oh, I do not miss living in an apartment. Oh, that always sucked. Okay, I messed up a relationship with someone close named Romario. Do you think we'll form a relationship again? Or is it irreversible? Ooh. Okay. So I'll read kind of his energy and where it's at. And just know that, Lonnie, that things can change in the future. Like, I'm going to read his energy now, but that doesn't mean, he might change his mind and then, it changes the reading. Like, I always give the example, like, you're asking me, like, what kind of sandwich should I get tomorrow? And I say, oh, you should get a ham sandwich. But then tomorrow you actually can't get out of the house and then you can't go get that sandwich. That's a really bad example. But I'm trying to think, like, I don't know. But things can basically change is all I'm trying to say. Okay. But let's see where he is at. Oh, and I don't know if Heidi's still here. Heidi, send me your, shoot me an email with your address so I can get these dice to you. So I know I said I was going to read him. No, I do think this is a little bit him, but this is a lot for you. Like, literally, I pulled the unseen card. There's too much is hidden from you. I feel like this is like too much is hidden from you. Like, you just can't see all the inner workings of what's going on because he doesn't want you to know, and we have to kind of like respect that privacy. And literally all the rest of the cards are about like self-examination, seeing who you really are. Like, why did you do these things? Why did you screw up? How can you get better at them? I mean, I think it's incredibly awesome of you to even recognize that, because it's like saying, I want better. I want to attract a better relationship. I want to do better next time. So it's like forgiving yourself. This is heaviness lifts, burdens cast away, weightlessness. It's really focusing on yourself, forgiving the past, saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry myself. Like, I shouldn't have done these things. I'm going to let them go, though. I know better now. I don't have to sit in the energy and punish myself. And really what your guides want you to do is just not have an agenda. Just be adrift for a while. Just let go. not make any plans, allowing a higher force to take charge for a time. And I feel like he's kind of in this same path. I feel like he's in reflection mode of like, how did this happen? Why did this happen? How did I attract this? I feel like he's definitely spending more time on that. Like, how did I attract this? Like, maybe beating himself up more. I do feel like sending, if you haven't already, like sending some sort of like apology, like closure, like it needs to come across as not like I'm trying to get back together, but like, I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have done this. I've learned for next time. I appreciate the time that we had together, yada, yada. But yeah, I feel like he's also in this state right now of just like processing everything that's going on. Just like, I'm not going to think about things for a while. I feel like he's just trying to like enjoy his time the best he can and just forget about it. That's what I'm seeing is what's happening right now. I'll ask with the Milo Farm cards, like, what about after that? That's a good sign. I pulled Baby Lamb. This is a new deck that I was gifted that I'm using for tonight. And this is a nurturing. This says nurturing. And so I feel like if anything, if there is a next step, if you guys do come together, again, there needs to be a nurturing of each other, of like, you know, reestablishing that relationship and that love. But even if it's not, even if you guys don't come back together, it's about nurturing yourself and giving yourself what you need in order to move on. Intuitively right now, it feels like a no, like you might not get back together. There might be like a talk here and there where you guys both think about it, but then at the end you decide not to. That's what intuitively it feels like now, but I think that's where I will leave that. It's hard to know with the future. Just know that things can change. So don't totally rule it out, but also don't totally like plan on it happening. Trust yourself, take it one step at a time, forgive yourself, and put yours first. Because even if you're going to go back to him or somebody else, you're focusing on what Michael, you're so funny. That's funny. I like to what? Group manifesting for a lower volume. Too funny. You're welcome, Kelly. I was laughing at the sandwich example. Oh, yeah. I don't know what's I want a sandwich. 13 peeps on. Oh, I missed it. Yeah, I sent an apology. He was angry. He's an April Aries. So yeah, I would just give it time. I think he needs time to process and again, be that like in a drift state. So while you're waiting, you might as well kind of do that for yourself. Thank you, Lonnie. Oh, Michael, I totally agree. Especially as an animal communicator, I know when people said, or I know when animals are just like, I don't like this guy. And I'm always like, I trust them. What, Jana? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. Alrighty, you guys, I've been on 30 minutes longer than I wanted to. I'm pretty tired. I'm going to jump, but let me just remind you guys of any notes, just in case those of you didn't catch them at the beginning. So this week's Halloween video is going to be all about how to help spirits pass on if you ever come across them and want to help them move on. Got an Instagram giveaway going. You can tell I'm done. Instagram giveaway going on that you can enter in, and you're going to win a set of Astrodice. You're going to win a really cool print. We've got a spell candle in there, crystals, candy, Halloween lights, also a 30-minute reading from me. And yes, that's the Instagram giveaway. Obviously, every night of October, going to give away these funky dice. Heidi won tonight's dice, so Heidi, look out for them. I'll shoot you a tracking number also as soon as I get them in the mail. And donations will go up next live night, which will not be next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. Yeah, guys, keep up to date with me on Facebook, Instagram. If you're new here, please subscribe. I have new videos coming out every week. I also do lives ish once a week, I will say. My rabbit pounced on my ex's hand one time. Beforehand, she never did that. Ooh, your bunny was like, get out. That's so funny. I want pumpkin dice. And I will say that I'll probably put some up for sale as well. So even if you don't win, you're probably going to find some other ones for me. And I want to do all sorts of colors. I just started with Halloween dice, but I want to do like pink and green and all sorts of cute colors. Because really, the Astrodice that are out there, there's like 2 sets on Amazon. And they're like purple, red, and green. And it's just like they don't look nice together. So I wanted to make my own that were actually like cute-ish. Next video, and then members, our next member night, for if you are in the member only live tier or up, I think it's 3 weeks from tonight, which is October 26th. And you guys, if you join the member only live, you'll still get a chance at winning these dice. And I will say those nights are pretty small. So if you're in there, you're probably going to win. If you have won another night, though, probably going to keep asking another question so that you're not getting 2 sets. I think that's it, you guys. Oh, and then the member only video, I always forget to mention. There's a member only live night, but there's also a member only video every single month. And I've already had 3 up, but this month's member only video is going to be how I film my videos. So right now I'm filming all my October videos, but then I'm also filming myself filming my videos. And that's really aimed at those of you who might want to learn more about my process behind the scenes, or maybe you are a fellow psychic, YouTuber, something, and you want to just understand and see the equipment that I use so you can do some of the same stuff that I do. So that is going to be fun. I'm actually really excited for that video because, oh no, I was about to jump off. I speak my truth. Quickly send me your question. No more after her. Stop playing with me and my human. That's too cute. Christmas dice. Kelly, why haven't I already thought of that? Oh, now you're gonna give me cheese. What would I feel like red and green would look so gross, but I'll have to think of something. Maybe candy cane dice. Oh, that's so cool. No, you're fine. I'm just jumping off. I speak my truth. So let me know what question you have. But yeah, so the member only video this month is going to be the behind the scenes of how I film my videos. And I actually am enjoying that. You also get to see my son in it quite a bit. He's so cute. Alrighty. So I'm going to do I speak my truth and then I shall hop off. A translucent red would be really cool. Ruby red. Yeah, my plan, honestly, is to just go through and make like every single color, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, white, black. So then they're up on my website, and then you can kind of, I want to make it too that you can customize it so that you could choose, I want red dice with white letters or something. You have to kind of imagine what they look like because I might not have pictures of them, but I think the reason why I'm holding off is I really don't know how much to charge for them. Because, like, a D&D set of custom dice, Dungeons and Dragons, those can run anywhere from like $70 to like $150 for a dice set. And I'm obviously not going to charge that much. That's still, they have 7 dice in those set. These are only going to be 3. Does $50 sound like too much? Maybe like 35 would not be enough for like the amount of work that I put in. It's like only assuming I've done it for like an hour or 2. I don't know. Tell me, would $50 be too much? Ruby red. Ooh, like a sparkly red, like Dorothy slippers. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I speak my truth. Hey guys, we're wrapping it up. No more readings. I'm going to wrap up with I Speak My Truth. But you can join me 2 Tuesdays from now on my next live night. So not next week. I'm going to be taking a class. And but the following Tuesday. Or a Christmas tree in the center. Yeah, so what was hard is I had this vision. I was like, I want to put pumpkins inside, but I needed to find pumpkins that were small enough, and I actually found them by going to Michael's. And you know how they have those like little haunted house sets? And they have like teeny tiny little trees, teeny tiny pumpkins. These are actually pumpkins that you like push down into like the foam. So they had like tails on them. If you saw my Instagram story, you could see I had to like shave off the tails of these pumpkins. And then basically like paint them. But how long does it take to make it? Ooh, probably an hour prep, not counting the cure time, because the cure time it just sits. Probably an hour. Oh, I guess maybe only like 2 hours. Yeah, like 2 hours. 2 hours plus the cost of supplies, which is, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I can do the math. That is a lot of money. Maybe I need to do them for less. I guess with them being custom, that makes it a lot different. But okay. Lord, sexy fist for me. Usually one die is around $10 to $20. So maybe like 35. I don't know. Maybe it's not worth it for me to sell it then. I think you will, silly rabbit. Where's the question? Did I miss it? Oh, what do I need to know? Okay. Actually, I want to use this set. That's what's crazy, though, is those Dungeons and Dragons dice. Like minimum $80. Some people will charge $150 for them. I don't know if my skill level is that good yet, but all right. You know what? No, I want these cards. Sorry. I'll do a little bit of both. What does I Speak My Truth need to know? I'm glad you caught me right before I hopped off. I'm just getting very like gentle guidance for you. I Speak My Truth. Like I feel like you've kind of maybe like turned off your intuition a little bit, but that's like totally okay. Like that's needed right now. I think you need to like kind of like rest and take it easy. Because I think you've been really like trying to do way too much. This is like the One Ring Circus card. This is like, you're trying to do it all. You're trying to be all parts. You're trying to do all the things that you need to do in life and like overwhelming yourself. And your guides are coming in and just like giving you this gentle permission of like, it's okay. It's okay if you're not totally connected right now. It's okay if you're taking care of yourself and trying to get out of this mode of like doing everything by yourself. Like it's okay to ask for help. And this feathers card that's coming through, I'm really interpreting this as like we're still here. We're still guiding you. If you ever are still worried that we're here, like just look for the little signs, because we just want to let you know that we're still here. We're around. We're supporting you. So if you see like feathers or coins or like angel numbers, just know that that's them and they're looking out for you, but they're really trying to like give you a break and let you relax right now. I just feel like you've been through a lot of like mental stuff lately. Yeah, you're at a crossroads right now. The Gnome Forest Fork. And these are some new cards that I got gifted. And really what I feel about this is you've just been through a lot. Like when I think of gnomes in a forest, it's like the stresses in life, the things that are distracting you, the things that have been bad that are like chasing you in the forest or something. And you're kind of at a crossroads right now and you need to figure things out, and it's okay to not be 100% connected. Your guides are still here. They're supporting you in small ways. Let's see if they have anything else advice-wise. Nurture yourself. This is the second time I pulled this card tonight. Baby lamb, which is, I see a dog more than I see the baby lamb, but nurturing. It's more about taking care of yourself right now. And for whatever reason, like if you're like worried about not your guides or talking to them as much or like doing psychic things, like they're giving you permission, you first. It's totally okay. Awesome. I think that's a great message to get every now and then. It's like you don't need to be worried about progressing. Just take care of yourself. Thank you. I speak my truth. $50 is a lot for a deck, so it would be a lot for dice too. Oh, that's true. I appreciate you guys being honest. I'll keep that in mind, because then I don't want to price it way too high. That would be ridiculous. But I'm also like, it's got to be worth my time. Oh, have you, Jana? Do you do resin? Because like if I'm charging for like film prices, $35 an hour is like grunt work. So it's like it's totally dependent on the industry. But like $35 for a psychic reading, that's only going to get you like 15 minutes with me. So it's like it's all over the place. It's really like it's the industry. It's what other people charge. Because I know the dice that I got on Amazon was like $8, maybe $6. But that was like a machine making it. So I think maybe I need to provide extra value. Like it needs to be better than just like a manufactured dice. So maybe they need to be really good. Take care, Jana. Mental, yeah, basically. Thank you, Silly Rabbit. Good night, you guys. Maybe 25, 28. Yeah, that's what I was just like, maybe 25, 35. We'll see. I'll keep asking every week and see what you guys think. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you 2 weeks from now in my next live, but feel free to subscribe and check out the Friday videos. When they go live, I will be watching live with you guys. So you guys will still be able to see me there. Awesome, you guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget about the Instagram giveaway. Follow me over there right now. Have a good night. Bye.